So, should you open a CNH Auto-Sweep account? On 24th of September, iFAST launched the CNH Auto-Sweep account on FSM1. Here with us today are Joshua and Hui Shi, who will be sharing more information with us. Hi Joshua, hi Hui Shi.
Hello.
Let's start with an introduction to CNH. So, Joshua, what exactly is CNH and what is a CNH Auto-Sweep account?
Alright, so CNH refers to the Chinese renminbi. So commonly there are two types. There is the CNY, which is the renminbi that is traded onshore in mainland China, whereas the CNH is actually renminbi that is traded offshore, such as places in Singapore. So for CNH Auto-Sweep, so it's our latest cash solutions product. We're actually launching this product because we have a growing demand of CNH product on our platforms. So we also have unit trusts that are denominated in CNH. We've got bonds, and also last year we also launched the China Stock Connect, where investors can actually invest directly into A shares. So it's actually a natural development for us to have the CNH Auto-Sweep. So the CNH Auto-Sweep is actually an extension of the HDD Auto-Sweep, which allows investors to gain or generate better yield than the HDD cash account, while at the same time able to utilize the balances inside to pay for their desired investments. And secondly, we find that clients with CNH balances in their bank account, they'll be very keen on such product like CNH Auto-Sweep because it generates better yield. At the same time, there isn't lock-in periods. So such product is actually very common in China. So we think that CNH Auto-Sweep will be a good fit into our ecosystem.
I see. In short, it's a cash solution that generates a higher yield and yet allow flexibility like a normal cash account. So Joshua, share with me, how is your team able to generate the higher yield for your CNH Auto-Sweep account as compared to other CNH bank accounts?
Okay, so CNH Auto-Sweep is a cash solutions like mentioned earlier. So however, if you are putting money inside, you're actually investing directly into the underlying funds. So for the underlying funds, it's actually the iFAST Lion CNH Enhanced Liquidity Funds. So this fund actually invests into cash, money markets, and short durations bonds. Hence, we are able to generate the better yield. So unlike a bank account, CNH Auto-Sweep is not capital guaranteed. With that being said, the investment mandate for the underlying funds has a portfolio credit rating of they need to maintain a portfolio credit rating of A- and also a durations of not more than a year. So with that investment mandate, it can be regarded as a conservative type of investments while providing additional yield to the clients.
I see. Thanks, Joshua, for sharing. Hui Shi, it's interesting that you have a product that can offer a higher yield, yet investors can obtain the same liquidity without having to face penalties and lockdowns such as your fixed deposit. I'm curious, as besides investors who currently trade CNH products, why should an investor hold CNH?
I think the CNH, or otherwise the currency RMB, has a lot of growth potential, and I think it will play an increasingly important role in the global financial markets over the long term. So I think that is the key reason why investors should be holding CNH right now. And currently we all know that China is the second largest economy in the world. However, its currency is still not as widely adopted internationally as compared to the USD. But I think this is likely to change gradually as the world becomes less reliant on the US dollar. And I think the trend of this reducing of reliance is gradually taking place as we speak. Currently, we can see that central banks, they are holding USD not in the same amounts as compared to before. And I think this reflects the USD's decreasing role in the global economy. And some of this shift away from the USD has been gone into the RMB, and currently this has also pushed the RMB to become the fifth largest reserve currency in the world. And some analysts like Morgan Stanley also estimates that the RMB can become the third largest reserve currency in 2030, and they will stand behind the USD as well as the euro. And besides that, I think following the Russia-Ukraine crisis, the RMB is playing a more important role in the global economy today because the Russia-Ukraine war has led to a lot of financial sanctions imposed by the US and its allies. And this has also prompted many of the central banks to divest the USD holdings and start to diversify into other currencies. And the RMB is going to be a key beneficiary of this, given China's large size in the global economy, as well as its rather neutral position in the Russia-Ukraine war. And besides this, another point to note is that I think that China's growing dominance in global trade is going to increase the global use of RMB as well. And China also has a lot of initiatives to help push the international community's willingness to accept the RMB. So this includes initiatives like the adoption of the digital yuan and also leveraging on Hong Kong as an offshore CNH trading center. So I think all of these trends will help the RMB to play a more important role in the global financial markets moving forward, and that should really entice investors to start really holding or investing in the RMB.
I see. Sounds promising. So for investors who currently hold CNH funds elsewhere, are there any similar CNH money market funds where they can invest?
I think currently in Singapore, there are no other money market funds other than the iFAST Lion CNH Enhanced Liquidity Fund that Joshua just mentioned. But if you take a look at the ETF space, I think there's also an option that investors can consider, and I think that is the CSOP RMB Money Market ETF. So for this ETF, it also invests in the short duration bonds denominated in RMB and also some of the money market instruments. But however, I think that one key disadvantage of this ETF is its rather high expense ratio, which is at about 0.9%. And also in terms of liquidity, this ETF is not traded very frequently. I think over the last 3 months or the past 90 days, only about 50 ETF shares have been traded. So this may be a concern for investors who want to get in and out of their investments very often. And so considering the expense ratio as well as liquidity, I think our CNH Auto-Sweep or the iFAST Lion CNH Enhanced Liquidity Fund will really stand out to investors.
Thanks, Hui Shi. So Joshua, for investors who are keen to sign up, maybe you can share with them how exactly does the CNH Auto-Sweep account works.
Alright, so for this fund, we actually partner with Lion Global Investors. So for those who don't know Lion Global, they are one of the largest Southeast Asia's assets manager in this space with core competencies in the Asian's fixed income and equities. So we are very honored to partner with them to launch these funds. So in terms of kicking start your CNH Auto-Sweep journey with us, fairly easy steps you can do. So one is actually going to our portal, either the website or the mobile app. Go to Cash Solutions, you'll be able to find the CNH Auto-Sweep. So just enroll. So once you opted into CNH Auto-Sweep, you can begin to transfer funds from the CNH Cash account into CNH Auto-Sweep. Once your funds are inside the CNH Auto-Sweep, you can actually use it to pay for your desired investments immediately. Furthermore, once you opted in, your future CNH dividends, coupons, or sales proceeds will be automatically being swept into the CNH Auto-Sweep. So this will actually allow your balances to continue growing on your behalf. One question that someone might ask will be, what if currently I don't have any balances in my CNH Cash account? So don't worry, so you can actually convert the FX on our portal from any available currencies such as SGD or USD into CNH Cash account, and then transfer from CNH Cash account to CNH Auto-Sweep. One of the best features that I really like about the CNH Auto-Sweep is the Withdrawal Timeline. So it's one of the rare products in the market that's allowed same-day redemptions. So simply submit your withdrawal instructions before 10 a.m. and you will see the redemptions back to your CNH Cash account on the same day.
Thanks, Joshua, for sharing. I'm sold. So who do you think is suitable to open a CNH Auto-Sweep account?
For investors who are willing to invest in the China growth story and have short-term to long-term favorable views on the renminbi, I feel that the CNH Auto-Sweep can be a very appealing option for them to actually park their money, and also on top of that, you actually generate better yield as compared to the CNH Cash account or bank account outside, while at the same time you are able to use the CNH Auto-Sweep to pay for your investments.
I see. Thanks Joshua for the summary of the CNH Auto-Sweep account, and thank you Hui Shi for your valuable insight. To our viewers, I hope that we have helped you understand the benefits of the CNH Auto-Sweep account better, and we look forward to you signing up and opting in with us. The CNH Auto-Sweep account is currently available on FSM1, but do take note that it will only be launched on iFAST Central and iFAST Global Prestige at the end of the year. Thank you and have a great day ahead.